Bagels ni Badet, locally made New York-style bagels. Follow them on their IG Bagels ni Badet or at FB capital BNB Bagels ni Badet.
Gab, di ba nakita mo yung photocard na binigay? Ay, yung pinakita ko yung picture. Tingin mo ba may sparks yon?
Yung sinend mo kanina?
Mm-mm.
Feel ko, oo. Ang gwapo eh.
Na-feel mo ba yung spark?
Hindi kasi nung sinend mo, tas tinignan ko, hala, feel ko, jowa mo siya, gano'n. Kasi titignan mo lang, happy ka na, di ba?
Hindi ko alam kung worth it yun ng 1K ko. Pero, ayun nga.
1K! Wala na nga natin to, napakamahal naman.
Okay, so, we're serving with integrity.
We're connecting with sincerity.
Here in Highcast Exclusive,
Presents Book 2, Article 42, Law and Governance Totem Todo!
an original Hike News Senior Podcast.
And also Spotify, powered by Anchor. So, ayun. Another day, another episode. And I think na this episode is very chill kasi makikipagkwentuhan lang tayo sa mga guests natin. Pero ayun, before that, alam naman natin na may hashtag na naman tayo. Miss Key, andyan ka ba?
Siyempre.
Feel ko
So,
kasi
ang
itong
ating
hashtag natin, Miss
Mm-mm.
Key.
Hindi ko alam. Hindi ko ma-explain.
Napaka-compressed.
Pinilit.
Kasi,
Pinilit.
feel ko yung mga guests natin, mabibigla na lang sila sa hashtag kasi pinilit. Okay, ang hashtag natin, Miss Key, is hashtag gabay. Bakit kaya gabay?
Goodbye. Ayan. Kasi, ginagabayan natin ang ating mga grade 11 students. Pumili ng right track para sa kanila.
Yeah, tama. Pero syempre, may underlying na meaning pa yun. Kasi ang spelling ng hashtag natin is GAHBAI. GA for GAC, H for the HSC, BA for the BAC, and I for the IEA. O, di ba?
Yeah.
Pinilit
Pinilit
at kinaya.
Ayan.
So, ayun. Okay. Yung mga guests natin, feel ko, sila ay mga very bright na tao since dumaan sila sa screening. Pero ayun, meron akong gustong sabihin dito para i-open natin itong episode. Confused, undecided, or you want to know more of each strand AUFIS has to offer, then our coming episodes, including this one, might be the push that you need. Oh, shala.
Diba? Sakto yung gabay. Sakto yung gabay.
Para talaga tong 4 episodes sila no for the 4 strands. So it means that yung mga information na nandito is yung mga may kita at makukuha mong impormasyon kapag meron ka ng strand na gustong puntahan or enroll.
So if that's so, dahil nga didiscuss natin yan, magsisimula tayo with the GAC strand. And today, we are joined by none other than, syempre, introduce na natin sila. Yan. Let's start with Miss Kaiza Tizon. So Miss Kaiza Tizon comes from the St. Lawrence. She was a former student council member. Consistent academic awardee din siya. She was a valedictorian, no, di ba? Saan ka pa?
Wow,
Tapos, part po siya ng Young Scientist Society. O, tingnan nyo, valedictorian na scientist. Pa. O. Tapos, best in Filipino English and Science siya.
And Science! Wow! Okay! Feel ko matitest ang knowledge natin, Miss Key. So, sige. English time! Hello, Miss Isa.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi! Hello. Okay
Hi,
lang
friend.
naman. Hello!
Filipino pala siya!
Akala ko.
Obvious naman Filipino naman.
Kaya,
Best in Filipino siya. O, diba? Best of both worlds.
Yes.
Tama, ayan.
Okay, Miss Isa. before tayo
Yes.
mag-move on kay Mr. Bry, isang napakagwapong guest natin,
Uy naman.
I want you to express the GAC strand using one word. Sige. No need to explain it. One word lang.
Ang daming pwedeng words. Pero, I think yung gagamitin kong word ngayon is talagang nafe-feel namin GAC students right now.
Ano yun?
Stressed.
Ay!
Stressed.
I love
Puyat.
it.
Puyat.
Thank you for
Stressed.
that, Miss.
Okay.
Pero ito, papakilala ko na ang very, baka hindi familiar na ating guest, which is Mr. CJ Brian Malonzo from St. Lawrence din. Makaklase silang dalawa, and he is a consistent achiever in school and a recipient of different academic awards. He is a Silver Academic Awardee, graphic designer of AUFIS High News Senior, Deputy Curator for Secretariat of OSYAF, Public Relations Head of Salinraya Philippines, Creatives and Internals Member of Salagpo, I need water. Creative Score Member of Project Smile Philippines. Ayan na lang.
Project
feel ko.
Smile.
Another tao na pinifeel ko na mag-resign na naman ako dahil sa kanya. Hi, Mr. JC. Kamusta ka naman?
Hello po, hello everyone. Pero, grabe kulang na ng red carpet dun sa pa-introduction niya. Pero ayun, so far, okay naman. Ayan.
Okay, just like what I asked Miss Iza, express your thoughts and feelings sa GAC Strand with just a word.
Okay. Well, ano yung sa kanya? Ano?
Dapat malayo sa
Stressful, no?
stress. Dapat.
O sige.
Bongga.
Sige, rigorous. Oh,
Ay!
Think of
Okay, everybody,
Ayan.
open your Google and type rigorous.
Gabi, ito yung reason ba't hindi tayo best in English.
Pero yun, before tayo mag-move on sa rigorous, tsaka sa stress, Miss Key, the reminders.
Okay, ayan, let's start. This episode is the first part of our special segment that is focused on each strand of AFIS. It is for students who plan to continue their last year of senior high school in AUFIS. Ayan.
Of course, the opinions of the host and the guests included do not speak for the whole experience of whichever strand is discussed.
We are simply here to help fellow Angeleneans to decide which strand they want or they will be interested in.
So ayun, thank you for listening as always. Makinig kayo, wag kayo umalis ha. Ayun, Mr. JC and Miss Iza, how do you feel na kayo'y invited for today's episode? Kasi,
Yeah.
tandaan nyo to, kayo yung parang magre-represent sa GAC.
Oo.
That's why, take into account.
Well, just to let everybody know, nandito po kami ni Kaiza para maglabas ng stress. Maglabas ng sama ng loob. Hindi, joke lang.
Ay, wag ganyan.
Ay, wag ganun. Sige.
Ikaw, Kaiza. Well, actually, being a part ng podcast na to is actually an honor para sa aming mga GAC strand. Especially sa amin ni CJ, and since magre-represent kami sa aming strand. It's actually, we're grateful na we're part of this podcast. And sana, meron din mapulot yung mga potential na gustong sumali sa aming strand na GAC.
Pero yun, Mr. JC and Miss Iza, just like you both, we're also thankful na we're hosting this episode and we're talking to you guys since eto, mababalik-balikan natin to episode in the future, pag college na tayo, ganon. Pag gusto mong marinig yung kakwelahan mo, kakalatan mo, babalik ka lang dito sa Spotify or YouTube. Type in Hashtag Exclusive at isearch nyo ang episode na to. O, di ba?
Nakapag-plug
Nagkaka-insight
pa.
din tayo. Nagkaka-insight din tayo kung paano
Mhm.
sila nag-strive, ganun, syempre, parehas tayong IEA din. Ayun.
Yeah. Pero yon, sige. What is GAC ba for the listeners, of course? Well, GAC stands for General Academic Course wherein STEM strand din siya. Isa siyang specific STEM strand na ginagayod ng AUFIS, and it is like a hybrid of the gas strand and the hums, or I don't know, yums? Kung ano mang gusto mong
Oo.
pronunciation dyan. Yung dalawang yan, it's like a hybrid talaga. And masabi ko lang sa strand na to is, it's really nice since you talk about politics, the government, and the laws.
Oo. In a nutshell, sabi daw yung SHS na track na to ng AUF. It involves courses regarding human relations, behaviors, and the arts. Ayan. So parang, yun nga, ang interesting kasi, parang in a somewhat way, nas nakikilala din nila yung sarili nila through the subjects, di ba?
And they're not actually that different from us. Since even though they have their electives, their personal electives yung basta mamaya. Wow, inuunahan mamaya natin yung discussion. Basta electives sila. Tapos yung IA may electives na silang different. Meron pa rin mga subjects na parehas yung mga strands. That's why, in a sense, they're not that different from us. Pero yun, small fact. Feel ko alam na ng mga Angeleneans It's
Oo.
just that yung AF kasi, iba yung tawag nila sa mga strands sila. Just like we've discussed sa hashtag. Kaya baka yon bago sa pandinig ng ating listeners sa labas ng AUF, yun po, ang GAC is General Academic Course. As I've said kanina, Miss Iza and Miss JC, yun, may mga electives tayong different to each strand, di ba? State kung ano yon, sige. Enumeration! Okay, nagtaas ng kamay si Mr. JC. 1 point for you. Give one elective of the GAC strand.
Okay. We have the first elective sa first sem, yung logic and critical thinking. Yan.
Okay, tama ka na. 1 point for Mr. CJ Brian Malonzo. Miss
Okay.
Iza, nakikita ko siya na bumubulong sa katabi niya. Feel ko alam yung answer pero gusto niya yung sumagot yung kaklase niya. Miss Iza, can we know ano pa yung isang elective of the GAC?
Okay, so, as I was saying, now, yung second na elective namin is what we call the Law and Governance, which is our elective this semester.
Mm-hmm. So, what can you say about law and
How do you
governance, Miss
feel
Iza?
about it?
Well, actually, sa elective na to, from the word itself, law and governance, we're talking about the social current issues ng ating country. Not only the country, but also sa iba't ibang panig ng mundo. Wow, iba't ibang panig ng mundo. Ayun. And I just want to say that law and governance is actually an interesting subject to tackle on.
I
Diba,
think so
Brian?
too.
Yes. And
Yes.
And yun lang naman masasabi ko for now. Baka kasi mas spoil
Kasi
natin.
diba, you guys are, excuse me po, you guys are like actually tackling about yung mga basic laws, ganun. Can you like state, kahit isa lang, if may nare-remember ka, kahit isa lang, I want to know something lang.
Grabe naman. Akala ko ba, chill-chill lang to? Bakit
No, this is chill if you don't, kung wala ka namang alam. Uy, I'm just saying na wala kang alam I'm just stating na,
Wait,
kung
medyo
hindi mo na-remember. Kasi, actually, di ba minsan, kapag basics lang, yun yung nakakalimutan natin. Pero, sige.
Well, yung pinaka naaalala ko for now is the Bill of Rights, Article 3 ng ating Constitution, which what we're tackling about right now. Diba, Brian? Yun yung pinag-aaralan namin currently.
So, what is all about? Like, it's all about money.
Tell me something about it.
No. It's actually about the liberties of citizen. Eh, bakit money bigla? Babe, di ba?
Kasi,
Ano ba yan,
Bill.
Bill? Ano
listen
ba
to this
yan?
bill.
Wala kaming
I'm
Ano,
alam
so
ah?
eh.
smart. Everybody, makinig kayo kay
Lili-
Riel Ocampo. Sorry.
Literal eh.
So sige, tell us more about it. What is it about?
Well, actually, Bill of Rights, hindi yung sa money yun ha. Okay. Well, Bill of Rights is actually pertaining to the liberties of every citizen of our country. Yun pa lang. Yun
Mhm.
pa lang yung naaalala
And
ko.
that
Sorry
is
na.
very important. That's why they're
Yes.
tackling that. Kasi
Mhm.
yun ang basics of the basics, human rights. So ayun, Mr. Bry, or
Siya naman.
JC, or
Oh,
B, joke lang. Ayun, Mr. CJ. JC, I don't know.
kahit ano na.
Mr. Kahit ano lang, no? Mr. JC, you said kanina, logical and critical thinking. Anong masasabi mo dito? Like, tell us more about it.
In
Kasi,
a logical
I
way,
feel,
amo.
logical way. Sige, may challenge
Yung
ako
rigorous,
sa'yo.
wala rigorous.
Challenge ko sa'yo. Use that rigorous in a sentence. Explaining logical and critical thinking.
Okay. Logic and critical thinking for me is a rigorous subject because from the name of the subject itself, logic and critical thinking, it tests your logic and critical thinking skills. Ako kasi, alam ni Kaiza yan, simula pa lang nung first sem, lagi ko sinasabi, bakit ako nag-logic and critical thinking? Wala naman akong logic at saka at saka common sense, gano'n.
Bray, hindi ka
Ano po?
nag-iisa dyan.
Basically, logic, kailangan mong tignan talaga kung ano yung obvious kahit hindi naman talaga siya obvious, gano'n.
Yeah.
And sobrang galing din ng teacher namin dito. Like, he's actually teaching logic and critical thinking, if I'm not mistaken, for more than 20 years. Kaya ayun,
Wow.
sobrang nakakatakot siya mag-class.
Sobrang logical
And,
na niya.
like yung
Excuse me po.
overflowing sa logic.
Mr. Sorry for interrupting. Mr. JC,
Mhm.
what is the name of your teacher?
It's Mr. Ryan Roy Sungat. Tama no, guys? Sir Baroy. Yeah.
Yes.
Mr.
Sir
call him
Baroy.
Sir
Tawag namin sa
What do you
kanya
call
Sir
him?
Baroy.
Sir
Mr.
Baroy.
Sir Baroy.
Mr. Baroy. Okay.
Mhm.
Mr.
Yes.
Baroy, if you're listening to this episode, shout out sa'yo. Pa-airdrop naman ng logic.
Hi, sir.
Pa-share ng critical
Opo.
thinking.
Kung wala ka namang airdrop, i-share it mo na lang sa akin yan. So, ayun. Diving deep sa logical and yun. Logical, I keep saying logical. It's logic and critical thinking. Miss Key, ano yung parang definition niya para mas ma-clear out sa ating listeners?
Siyempre, nakita na nila yung experiences ng mga guests natin. I-define na natin. So, this course introduces to students the realm of philosophy through the various philosophical problems from the viewpoints of logic and other branches of philosophy. So, parang yun nga, philosophy grounded siya, ganun.
And also, law and governance naman. This course deals with the study of the development of law, legal principles, human rights, and social current issues and governance. So, ayun, it's all about the government. And sana, about this matter, maayos sana ang ating government in the near month. Month? Malapit na! Yun, anyway, excuse me po. Well, there are not only these na electives as I said kanina, Mr. JC and Mr. Iza, that can be found dito sa ating GAC Strand ng AUF. Meron din sila sa role nila ng mga common subjects that make up a STEM strand. That's why ang ganda talaga ng dati, I thought, Miss Key, sa AUF na, hala, I just like their facilities. Like, I love how open it is to nature. But now that I am actually here, I can see na this STEM strand, like lahat ng strand nila is STEM grounded. So, I can say it's actually nice and advantages sa
Nakaka-benefit
atin.
lahat.
It
Lahat ng
benefits us all.
students for grade 12.
So ayun, on to the topic. Meron din pong subjects ang GAC ng physics, arts, chemistry, English, and of course, hindi mawala ang research. Pero yon, andito tayo sa topic of research. I want to know, para naman sa ating mga listeners, sa mga grade 11 na nakikinig dyan, ano po ang mga matatagpuan or itatackle natin sa GAC research, Mr. JC?
Okay. Yung actually hindi naman pinaka special, pero special yung research ng GAC since of all the strands, ito lang yung merong full-blown research for grade 12. Since ayun nga, we're dealing about behavioral studies or psychological studies, and ayun, we're talking about the behavior of the people through surveys ganyan, ayun. And our teacher here is Miss Marian David. Hi, ma'am. Ayun. So, ayun.
Yung masasabi ko lang sa research is it's very mind-boggling. Like, ang dami mong malalaman na hindi mo nalaman before. Like, yun nga, sabi nga ni CJ, we've been doing research about the behaviors of every individual, and malalaman mo talaga na, ay, grabe, ganito pala yung na-feel ng tao, and na-explain namin through our research. And it's very, 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 very helpful.
Very.
Very, very, very
Very
helpful
nice.
sa atin. Yes, very
Parang
nice. Yeah.
pwede nyo din apply sa sarili nyo yung findings. Yung cute naman.
Yeah,
Parang
that's so
interesting.
true.
Mas
Share ko
isa.
lang. Wow.
Ay, sige, ikaw. Share mo na yung sa'yo
Share?
bago ko i-share yung sa
Fair
akin.
enough.
Sige.
And then share ko lang kasi yung mga studies, for example, yung study namin, we're tackling about the anxiety of the students and the online learning environments and how kung meron bang relationships. Although, I think medyo common na siya, but syempre, mental health progresses and changes every day, and especially now na we still have the COVID. And yun, it's nice to tackle and research about this issue. Okay.
That's very nice, Miss Isa. Actually, Miss Isa and everybody of you here, share ko ng studio. That I was actually thinking of going sa GAC since I love tackling about people, ganun yung behaviors nila. Kasi, wala, marites ako. So, it's just that it's very nice to, ngayong nalaman ko pa in deeper meaning yung ginagawa niya sa research, nasabi ko na, kung nag-JC ako, may malalaman pa pala ako sa sarili ko. Yun nga, sabi ni Miss Key, you actually know more about people and of course yourself in a sense, di ba?
Ayun. So, gaya ni grade 11 Gab, di ba, nag-iisip siya na mag-GAC.
Yeah.
Napaka-importante sa mga grade 11 students na talagang mag-research about kung anong strand yung titake nila. Kaya, ayan, kaya tayo ay magtatanong sa ating guests kung ano ba ang path ng GAC na i-follow nila. Bakit kayo nag-GAC? Ganun?
For my choice, actually, fun fact, nung una, ang akala ko, ang GAC is para siyang full-blown UMS strand wherein may mga specialized subjects from UMS, kagaya nung sa DepEd, ay yung sa ibang schools, ganyan. Akala ko ganun siya. Kaya I chose GAC plus with the integration of the law-related subjects, yung mga electives na pang-college subjects na. So, I was really overwhelmed and sobrang nasiyahan ako since, ayun nga, feeling ko ang ganda ng subjects. But, after knowing na parang may mga STEM subjects pala siya, I was actually surprised.
Si Mr. JC, yan yung sinasabi ko kanina. Like, nung una, na-shock talaga ako na may pang STEM na subject sa IEA. Salamat ko rin na ganun din pala sa ibang strand. Pero, at the latter half of the happening, siguro, na-accept ko naman kasi advantages nga, di ba?
Yes, and actually, hindi rin siya loss for me since sobrang ganda nga nung electives. And they're like introduction na matatakal mo if you're gonna take political science, psychology, behavioral types, behavioral studies, ganyan, international relations. And ayun, And I feel like law and governance tapos logic and critical thinking, sobrang goods talaga sila if inclined ka to humanities subjects and
Mm.
also social sciences na
Yep.
courses.
Well, for me, the reason na pinili ko yung GAC, sa totoo lang, before entering grade 12, I was really confused kung ano yung kukunin ko kasi yung ina-offer ng AUF na strands, talagang hindi ako aware. It's not like the same strands from different universities. But thankful enough, dahil sa, yun nga, nagkaroon tayo ng strand orientation, I was able to come across yun na nga, the GAC, which is like the best of both worlds na STEM and humanities. Pero what got me really hooked in choosing GAC is because of the fact that yun nga, yung electives, which is the logic and critical thinking, and yung law and governance. Kasi, to be honest, it's a very new subject to me, and sobrang, for me, it's really interesting. And the fact na, yun na nga sinabi ni CJ kanina na we're tackling, or we're basically learning the basics of laws and the behaviors of the behaviors. It's very, yun nga, paulit-ulit na lang eh. But very interesting lang talaga. It's nice na we get to learn yung mga gantong subjects even before kami mag-college talaga. Parang ganun.
It's very nice lang na even though ganun nga sa kanila, like yung sa atin din na nakaka-shock na ganito pala yun, na iba yung AUF. Again, I will say, para sa mga listeners, wag kayong mag-regret because it's really nice. And a new thing is a good thing, di ba?
Excites nga naman talaga. Ayan. So, based sa mga sinabi ng ating guests, talagang makikita natin that they've established a deeper connection with their strand, di ba? I mean, kami rin naman ni Gab as IAA students. So, ngayon, I want to know and test your knowledge sa GAC strand by playing a simple game of true or false.
True or false, guys? Kaya nyo ba to?
Kaya ba yan? Kaya yan.
Grabe. Parang exam na naman.
Medyo mahirap ata yan Medyo mahirap ata. Malalaw and governance level na to.
Oh my gosh, wag naman po, please.
Okay. Ayan.
Okay, the first... Okay, we're going to do, Mr. Bry, don't you, that was a surprise na ginawa ko. I think you know naman kung ano nang...
Nawalan akong access sa script.
Tinanggal nga kita.
Okay.
Surprise!
Okay, ready?
Okay.
Ready, okay. Ang true or false natin, Mr. Bry, JC, and Miss Iza is debunking yung mga misconceptions saka yung stereotypes na palaging sinasabi sa GAC strand na to ng mga grade 11 and below siguro. The first question, para kay Mr. Bry. Sige.
Oh my gosh.
Mr. JC! Ayan. Ito ang first question para sa ating DMS. Is general academic course a strand for students that are inclined with general areas of study? Again, is the general academic course or the GAC strand a strand for students that are inclined only with general areas of study? True or false? And why?
Okay. Not necessarily so false. Kasi,
Why?
Just like what I've said a while ago, yung mga electives, logic and critical thinking, tapos law and governance. These are college subjects or even college sa law school na that are more inclined sa mga courses na mass comm, political science, education, international relations. Kagaya nga naman sinabi ko kanina, yung mga humanities and social sciences related courses, dun mas inclined ang GAC. Furthermore, kagaya nga ng kinwento namin up regarding sa research, we are learning more on the behavioral studies, ganyan. Kaya it is also very inclined with people who want to take psychology for college, who wants to be psychometrician, psychologist, ganyan. Kaya ayun, So ang answer is false. But also, pwede rin naman siya maging true actually
Mhm.
since with the GAC you are tackling different different subjects actually. Yung mga
Mhm.
core subjects na
Yep.
merong math, Pascal, chemistry na pang STEM or HSC tapos meron kang physics na pang IEA, tapos meron
Mhm.
kang ICT and entrepreneurship na pang BAC. Kaya ayun, you're tackling talaga different subjects from different
Areas.
strands or yeah, different areas
Mhm.
of different fields of study. Kaya ayun, it can be true, it can be false, but hindi po siya necessarily na parang general areas of study
Mhm.
lang.
Okay, the winner of Miss Universe 2022 goes to
Oy.
Yung
CJ
furthermore,
Brian
wala ako dun.
Malonzo. Pero tama nga naman, because it's actually not like the general areas of
Mm-mm.
study talaga ang GAC natin because may
Mm.
specific na electives like Miss Bri talked about. Kasi itong
Mm.
mga electives na to, it actually caters to sa mga, yun nga, may
Nabanggit
yung
ni
mga nasa utak nila na yung sa nabanggit
mm.
ni Mr. Bri, yung mga gusto
Mm.
nilang i-take up sa college. That's why it's very much appropriate for students who are heading to sa mga school na gusto nilang mag-enroll, di ba?
Ayan. Okay. Siyempre hindi tayo magpapahuli sa ating isa pang guest. Ayan. Itong next true or false question, I think, masasagot to personally at kahit may furthermore, gano'n. Okay, yan. GAC students are undecided about their future. What do you, have to say about that? True or false ba?
Well, malaking false ito, to be honest. I mean, this is because most of the students or even some teachers think that the general academics course is a strand for students that are inclined with general areas of study or
Study,
even when
yeah.
they are still undecided on what career path they will take, just because of the course is the same as the one provided by DepEd, the General
Mhm.
Academic Strand or GAS. However, as stated, GAC is more inclined to Humes than GAS. And personally, no, yung mga GAC students or actually yung mga classmates namin, they've already been considering kung ano yung future nila or kung ano yung course na kukunin nila. And I am the one to say na sabihin man natin na, yun nga sabi ni CJ na, sabihin man natin na it's not entirely false, pero most of us, we have plans, and hindi naman porket nag-GAC ka lang, if that it means na hindi ka na talaga or you're undecided of what you want to be in the near future.
Mhm.
So,
Mm.
that's what I just want to say and clear.
Mm. Kasi
Mhm.
usually parang naiisip nila na GAC parang gas, ganun. Pero yun nga, dahil AFIS incorporates STEM, so ayun, kung may
Mhm.
nakikinig ngayon na
Yep.
naisip mag-GAC, pero yan yung mindset, hindi po siya ganun. Ayan.
Pero even though ganun yung mindset ng mga grade 11 siguro na nakikinig tapos papasok sa GAC, I can say na kapag pumasok sila sa GAC, magbabago yung perspective nila on things. Na baka may influensyahan sila because of the electives and also the STEM subjects. So it means that yun, even though parang sabi general study yung wala pang alam sa course nila, they'll be inclined with a lot of parang courses kapag napasok sila sa GAC.
The thing din kasi, I think kaya nalilito sila is similar yung tunog ng gas sa GAC kung tutuusin. Ako, to be honest, no, before entering grade 12, naisip ko din na yung GAC, ay, baka general studies talaga siya. But to be honest, yun nga, as sinabi nga ni Gab, na once you delve into that course or that strand itself, talagang marirealize mo na, ay, grabe, talagang malaki yung pagkakaiba ng GAS with the GAC strand that AUF offers. Dahil nga, it has an integration of STEM and Humes.
Mm-hmm. Again, the electives na matatagpuan nyo ay ang law and governance and also logic and critical thinking. Well, with that, we come to the third and I guess last question. That's not that difficult siguro. Electives under the GAC are difficult. That's the last question. Is it now?
Okay. Oh my gosh. Paano ko sasagutin to? Well,
Brian,
oh my gosh. Ilalabas ko na yung sama ng loob. Hindi, joke.
hawak-hawak mo.
You can, you
Hawak-hawak
can.
mo yung ano.
Hindi. I think we can all come into consensus naman na lahat ng strands, mahirap yung mga electives nila. Like sa BAC, we have fundamentals of accountancy, tapos technical drafting, tapos coding sa IEA, then biochemistry, which is one of the hardest subjects sa med school, and then at human anatomy yung sa HSC. Tapos kami naman, logic and critical thinking and law and governance. Okay. Actually, una pa lang, tingin ko na dito sa mga subjects na to, mahirap na talaga. Especially nung bago ako mag-grade 12, nagtanong ako sa mga past batch kung ano yung mga naranasan nila, ano yung tingin nila with the GAC. And most of the answers that I got, sobrang hirap daw. Kailangan ko na daw mag-prepare yung reading skills, yung analyzing skills ko, critical reading, ganyan. And especially writing. Kailangan ko daw i-prepare yon, especially sa law and governance.
Yep.
And with my experience from the first sem hanggang sa second sem, they are difficult. Lalo na sa, sobrang nahirapan ako sa logic and critical thinking since ayun nga, medyo nalilito ako sa mga bagay-bagay, indecisive ako, and madali akong ma-confuse. Kaya I got really challenged with the logic and critical thinking. And now with the law and governance naman, this is a subject that I really enjoy. But at the same time, it's a subject that sobrang hirap na hirap din kami. Actually, kahapon nag-quiz pa lang kami kaysa, and sobrang nahirapan na kami doon. So, law and governance is parang introduction na din sa mga subjects with sa mga law schools, at saka sa, isipin mo yon, same kami ng pinag-aaralan ng mga criminology students sa AUF.
How cool is that?
Yeah, kaya nakakabilib din yung mga electives ng AUF. Kaya it's an integrated or parang hindi integrated. Accelerated subject for senior high school students na sobrang advanced yung mga pinag-aaralan. Kaya mahirap siya, pero it will really give you the advantage kapag pagdating mo sa college or even in graduate studies. Ganun.
With this much information, I guess I can say na yung mga grade 11 na mga gusto makinig dito is makikinig talaga sa ating episode na to, since there's a lot of information to take in about the GAC strand na I guess they'll come to a conclusion na, I feel like gusto ko tong hirap na to. Diba? Miss Iza, how about you?
Yes.
Like,
Well, to be honest, no, I agree with CJ naman kasi there's no way to sugarcoat it that GAC or the electives ng GAC strand are okay, yan na nga. GAC strand, there's no way to sugarcoat it na our electives are quite difficult. And yun na nga, mapapaisip ka na lang talaga. Like, yung akala mo, yung may alam ka na, yun pala wala. Yung ganon, parang ganong trip yung mga na-realize ko nung pumasok ako sa GAC. But at the same time, it's challenging in a way na once you get to know or once you get the information na binibigay sa inyo ng mga profs, ng mga teachers, it's very fulfilling in a way na, grabe, napag-aralan ko to. Kahit sobrang hirap. Yung parang ganong style din yung mga na-realize ko din eh. I think CJ agrees with me as well na kahit na mahirap yan, yun na nga, talagang, ang saya lang na makikita mo na lang na fulfill mo or na-succeed mo yung elective na to. Grabe, I would just like to share, no? Nung logic and critical thinking, talaga pinag-uusapan namin ni CJ na, makakasurvive pa ba tayo dito? As in, makakasurvive pa ba tayo dito? Di ba tayo babagsak dito? Ganon. Pero ngayon, na nag-second sem kami, akala namin, yun na, tapos na. Ngayon pala, lumevel up pa yung difficulty, ganon. Pero, hindi sa totoo lang, pero, yun na nga, masaya siyang aralin, but at the same time, nakakaiyak. Yun lang masasabi ko.
Flashbacks ng tech draft din sa amin.
Yep. Because the IEA actually, konting
Felt-
ano lang,
Felt.
konting flashback din sa amin. Dahil ang IEA kasi merong tech draft and
Mm-mm.
also the programming na design. And napakahirap din just like yung nag-ano nyo. Every
Mm-mm.
strand has something na very difficult to tackle. But still, it's a challenge. It's a good challenge.
It pushes us.
Yes.
Ayan. Kaya nga nakaka-challenge kasi grabe yung mga teachers natin. They are very much qualified. Kaya,
Experts.
so did you know that the teachers from our electives, and especially sa GAC, they come from the College of Philosophy. Tapos yung for Law and Governance, galing pala sa College of Criminal Justice ng Education. Ayun.
Oh, napaka-cool.
Nakaka-
Since they're
Makikita mo na very
expertise
qualified.
talaga
Oo.
sila sa mga ganyan na ano.
Okay. Ayan, fun fact din regarding sa teachers namin. Dahil galing nga sila sa college.
Mm-mm.
Kung mapapansin nyo, iba yung grading system nila sa mga grading system sa IS. Kasi usually sa IS, like 50%, 60%, ganyan, 50-40, 50-40, 50-50, 60-40, ganyan yung hatian. And kapag pinapakita ng mga teachers namin sa electives yung mga grading system, nakakalito kasi meron pa silang mga class standing and all, ganyan. And every term, iba yung grading system nila. Like, may kinalaman yung grade mo sa from the past term sa magiging present grade mo. Parang ganon. Kaya it's very challenging. Kaya kailangan mo talaga siyang ikayod para matuloy-tuloy mo yung grades mo.
That's a very nice challenge, though.
Hindi ko narinig yun. As in,
Ako rin.
para sa mga grade 11 natin.
Because Miss Key actually has a friend sa GAC, right?
Shoutout ko ba? Shoutout
Sino
kay Sao.
yan?
She's
Samuel?
Oo, shoutout kay
Oh,
I
Samuel.
know him.
What
I don't know
the-
him,
Oh
but
my
I
God.
kind of know him. Ganun.
He's my friend.
Oh. Pero
Such a
yun, everybody here, meron kaming like, may mga testifications. Mga witness na nagbigay ng mga saloobin nila dito. Siguro ito, the lessons may not be intimidating as it does not require memorization, but the applications and activities will really test your mind, sabi nitong isang bystander natin dito.
So, dahil nga they will test your mind, you really need to be more comprehensible than you actually are. Especially in law and governance, where exams and quizzes consist of situational questions.
Just like every other strand, Mr. Isa, Mr. Bry, Miss Kier. Challenging lahat ng mga tinitake natin. And it's a good challenge, di ba? Pero yun, meron kaming, bago tayo actually, patapos na tayo, Miss Key. And it's very saddening. Pero yun, ang dami nating information na nakalap. And I guess that's fine na. Pero meron pa tayong mga, I guess, free questions for our guests para naman mabigyan pa ng much further information ang ating mga grade 11 coming grade 12 students.
Oo, syempre hindi naman mawawala yan per episode ng podcast. Talagang magtatanong kami. Kaya pag inspiring guest ka, ayan. Okay, first question. Available para kanino to? So, what were your expectations in this strand before enrolling for grade 12?
Well, actually, for me, yung expectations ko is, it will be really difficult. Yun na talaga eh. Yun na yung mindset ko.
Yun na
Alam ko na mahihirapan ako sa strand na to. Pero, the thing is about this being difficult, it's also in a sense na masayang pag-aralan. Oh, grabe, masaya.
Yes.
Masaya pala pag-aralan.
Hashtag gabay na gabay talaga, di ba?
Hindi, pero seryoso man, it's my expectation is that it's difficult, and to be honest, expectations exceeded pa nga yun eh. Charot. Pero yun, it's difficult, and sana for our upcoming grade 12 students, I want you to really take your really take time to consider what strands you want to do. And sana kung ano man yung strand na yun, it will really benefit you in the near future. Yun lang.
Mhm. I
Okay.
guess
Ako,
from Miss Mr. JC, wait. Kasi may sinabi si Miss Iza, that's actually a very, very important tip, right, Miss Iza, is that take your time
Yes.
considering what you want
Mhm.
sa college mo, cause kapag naisip mo na yun sa college mo, then you can actually see what your path is for grade 12, di
Yes.
ba?
okay, yeah. A lot of students din kasi parang nagkakamali sila ng choice for grade 12. And ang madalas kong naririnig na tanong ay, okay po bang mag-enroll sa college na course na hindi aligned with my senior high school strand? And kung isipin mo, sobrang sobrang sayang nung 2 years na panahon. Kaya, ayun, kagaya nga ng sinabi ni Kaiza, please think about it and please consider choosing finding a path na din for college, so you'll know what to do in senior high school, especially in grade 12 here in Angeleneans University Foundation Integrated School.
Oh, siya! Oh my
Shine!
God!
Pero yung yung
Gamot na
pagkasabi
yung
niya, I
yung
can
dulo.
say na
Very
it felt
chic.
ay chic. I like that.
Yes.
Maski siguro yung pagkasabi ni Mr. JC is that it was very rigorously said.
Yes, regular.
Alam mo yung mga ang programang ito ay hindi ko na gumagawa.
Wow, I love it.
Love
Promote
it.
ang AFIS. Tama lang yan. Pero yun, let's move on to the next question. Actually, we've talked about this earlier with the true or false na game natin. Pero ito, sa inyong sariling pananaw, I guess, what is a common misconception about the GAC track that you will never, never ever stop debunking to the amateurs, ganon?
This is an uncommon. Hindi siya common na parang misconception regarding not the GAC strand, but the GAC students. Naririnig namin from other students and also basta from other people na ang mga GAC students daw, dahil ayun, hindi pa sila parang decided with the track or with the course that they want, parang hindi sila ganun ka hindi sila ganun ka intelligent, ganun yung mga naririnig ko, but ayun, like quote unquote intelligent. Pero with my experience with my classmates and also the other sections, GAC students are really, hindi ko ma-describe, pero these people, yung mga na-meet namin with the GAC strand, sobrang passionate nila with what they want. They know na talaga kung ano yung path na gusto nila. And sinasabi ko talaga sa inyo, sobrang tatalino nila. And this was
Isa ka na
Yeah.
doon, isa ka na
May
doon.
mga valedictorian
Oy.
kayo tapos ano pa, oh.
Grabe. Pero hindi naman sa pagmamayabang, pero this year, this was actually na-prove namin to na parang hindi matatalino din kami mga GAC students sa isang subject namin, especially nung first sem. Yung subject na kay Ma'am Mary Jane de Padua. Hello po, Ma'am Mary Jane. Yung literature, 21st century literature. Ayun. She always say sa amin na yung St. Lawrence daw, sobrang comprehensive nila, sobrang galing nila mag-recitations, and sobrang effort nila with their outputs. Ayan, alam nyo ba, fun fact, merong isang video output si Kaiza na pinaiyak niya si Ma'am Jane.
Ano ba?
Tell us about
Ryan,
it. I want to know.
Yeah. I think it would be better if manggaling kay Kaiza.
Kaya nga. Miss Iza, what was it about?
God. Well, actually, Brian, ulit yan yung natin, yung output na yon.
Yung may
Nalimutan
skit.
Oo. We made a skit about OFW. If I'm not mistaken, yon, story siya about an OFW and her son. And parang yung task namin was to continue the story or continue on how you would want the ending to be. And yung nakakatawa man, pero sa amin kasi, yung sa group namin, we made a skit And turns out, ayun, basically saying na yung ending nung story is that yung nanay, which is
Yep.
ako, doon sa story na yon, was suffering from cancer. And
Mhm.
yun na nga, parang pinaiyak ko daw si ma'am about done. And yun, ewan ko sa kanila ba't sila naiyak. Di naman yun.
Ah,
Pero yun.
nakaka-touching
Actually,
yung acting.
pinapanood sa amin yun ni ma'am. Pinapanood niya sa buong class. And
Mm.
true, it was really touching. And Kaiser's acting was like chef's kiss.
Mhm.
Ano ba?
So nice. Now I want to see it. Listeners, gusto niyo rin ba makita? Kung ganon, kahit di niya makita, punta lang kayo sa GAC. Ay, mag-enroll lang kayo sa
Yeah.
GAC para gawin ganyan.
Gagawing sample.
Pero
Ba
it is
yan?
nice to know that we're still thriving, I mean, even though we're in the online setup, di ba? It's nice.
Mhm.
So nice. So how about you, Miss Isa? Even though nagkwento ka na, I still want to hear from you about a misconception about the GAC strand.
Well, to be honest, no, sinabi na ni CJ lahat ng mga gusto ko
Mhm.
ding ma-tackle na misconception sa GAC is that talagang creative yung mga GAC students natin.
Mhm.
Creative sila, and in a sense na ma-amaze ka na lang talaga sa
Mhm.
mga students na yon. And it's not about the strand na pinasukan mo. It's about the students din talaga
It's
eh.
about
It's about
you
the
guys.
yes, it's
Your
about the students.
journey.
It's about us and how, despite the fact na madaming mga judgments or misconceptions
Mhm.
about sa amin, we still strive to push
Mm.
harder and parang tanggalin yung misconceptions na yun na
Oo.
talagang
Mhm.
eto kami. Meron kaming impact dito sa school
Hindi
na
kami
to.
May
Talagang
impact.
ganun.
undecided, gano'n.
Yes.
Meron kayong worth kaya kayo pinag-uusapan.
Yes. Oh my God.
Yes.
Yes. Oh my, kinikilig ako.
Pero kinikilig ka, pero I just want to say na to all the listeners, sige,
Mm.
na why take time in judging them when you can take time in improving yourself, di ba? Ang
Oh
ang
my
daming
God.
tao na may
Oh,
pake
oh,
sa ibang
oh.
tao. Like, I just
Rose.
wonder, kasi ako, wala akong
Mhm.
pakialam sa GAC ha. Kasi
Oh?
ako lang yung may pakialam sa IA. Yung parang ganong feeling na,
Mhm.
bakit mo hindi pakialaman yung sarili mo and why pakialam others? See?
Kumbaga, mind your own business. Ganun.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oo.
Well, anyway, I guess we've come to a lot of
Mm.
information na I guess it will be beneficial for the students that are going to listen to our episode. Pero yon, before we conclude para sa ating takeaways, Mr. JC and Miss Iza, I want you to say something naman to our incoming grade 12 na gusto mag-GAC. Yung mga gusto mag-GAC na ayun, ano yung mga gusto nyo sabihin sa kanila? Like, words of encouragement man lang.
Well, for me, gusto ko lang sabihin na just be yourself and just be passionate about what you're doing. And kahit anumang strand yan, just be happy kung ano man yung mga, or like, eto na lang, for the GAC students or for the students who want to take GAC as their strand.
Mhm.
Huwag kayong makinig sa mga sabi-sabi ng iba and just pursue what you want to pursue.
Mhm.
And just, yun nga, sinasabi ko pa kanina pa, just be yourself lang and huwag kang makinig sa iba. Kasi yung mga sinasabi ng iba, they will have an impact on you if you will listen to them.
Mhm.
Yan.
True.
Wag kasi consume ng consume. Di ba, Mr. JC? What is yours?
Yes, I agree. Pero, ayun, number one tip ko is to evaluate yourself. Kilalanin mo yung sarili mo. Because if alam mo kung sino ka, kasi alam mo yung mga interests mo, alam mo yung gusto mong gawin, and basically, alam mo kung ano yung na-enjoy mo. Kaya if you know that, then definitely, magiging alam mo din, or magkakaroon ka din ng idea kung ano yung path, o ano yung gusto mong gawin in the future. And to our grade 11 students out there, if gusto nyo man na mag-GAC, or pumasok sa GAC course, General Academic course, I would just like to give this advice na parang tatagan nyo yung loob nyo. Because
Ooh.
yeah, is kasi most of us mga GAC students want to pursue law ganon. Kaya ayun, it's a really good practice to parang tatagaan na yung loob mo kahit senior high school ka pa lang, since we have the electives and also yung mga misconceptions na narinig natin kanina. If nagawa niyo yun, you'll definitely survive general academic course, especially yung mga electives tapos yung mga teachers from the College of AUF. Kaya ayun, I am really I am really encouraging everyone to know yourself, tatagan niyo yung loob nyo, and take time to decide. Thank you po.
Ayun, malapit na tayong magtapos. But before that, of course, the takeaway of the episode for our GAC students na nandito sa ating podcast ngayon. Mr. Bry and Miss Key, I want to know what your takeaway are.
Okay. Ito yung sa akin. I just want to say to everybody na be ready for any rigorous instance that may happen to you. You know, GAC or the general academic course may be hard, but your passion and determination talaga are the things that will drive you into a fruitful tomorrow, which is having the advantage of having knowledge about college subjects, about sa field na pupuntahan mo. So, ayun, just be strong, everybody.
Alam ko medyo gasgas na 'to, pero I think ang pinaka-takeaway ko for today's episode would be yung idea na when you're choosing your strand or your course sa college, hindi mo dapat masyadong isipin kung nasaan lahat yung friends mo or kung ano yung pinipili ng madami, gano'n. You have to really consider what your heart wants and kung saan ka talagang magiging masaya kasi dun ka magfo-flourish. And ayun lang.
Okay, for my key takeaway naman is to pursue a strand that helps you grow and basically makes you happy. And although there are struggles and confusions along the way, take this as a challenge for you to strive harder and remember to not pressure yourself with the opinions of others. Make your inner self happy by choosing the strand that you want to pursue.
A new challenge is a good challenge. Never stop thriving in every way possible. Gumalaw ka habang pwede pa. Just like what Miss Rufa May said, go, go, go! Pero yun, thank you, Mr. Bry, Mr. JC, of course, and Miss Isha for today, for making the time na makitalk to talk sa amin. And since wala na si Miss Key, Mr. Bry, I need your help in closing this episode. Ayun, thank you for listening to today's episode. If you'd want to know more about our guest, you can reach them on their socials. Mr. Bry, saan ka namin makita?
Okay, everyone, you can follow me on Instagram at Bry Malonzo, di ba? Napaka-obvious. At saka sa FB, you can add me there at Brian Malonzo lang yung name ko doon. So, if you have any questions just about GAC, just ask me.
Miss Isha, how about you?
Well, guys, hello. Follow nyo ako on IG, Kiza TTZN, and also on Facebook, Kaiza Tizon. And of course, check out my YouTube channel, Kaiza Tizon, and subscribe to it. Thank you.
Since wala si Miss Key at nawala siya last minute. Pero yon ang kanyang Instagram. Makita nyo siya at Kera De Dios. Yun lang, at Kera De Dios. And ngayon, sa akin naman is Riel Ocampo at papariel_21 sa Instagram and sa YouTube, which is Riel Ocampo. Type nyo lang dyan. May mga videos ako. Subscribe and like. And ayun!
Yeah, don't also forget to follow us on our Spotify and YouTube accounts. Click nyo na rin yung mga notification bell yan, syempre, para maging updated naman kayo with our new episodes.
Swak na swak talaga si Mr. Vi. If you have any questions, stories, o kaya naman violent reaction, email us at highcastexclusive@gmail.com.
Ayan, and kung may say ka naman about our topic for this episode, let us know using the hashtag GABAY.
Hashtag gabay. Before we leave, Miss Isa, isang gabay naman dyan.
Bye.
Yeah. So that's it, Mr. Brian, Miss Isa. Thank you for today. Stay tuned for our next episode. This is Highcast, where you hear beyond stories. Ang GIC, sana makahanap kayo ng strand yo.